Stevie Daniels. The time now is 4:30 on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at your full forecast. We do have some patchy fog that's developing this morning. Lowering visibility is down towards Annapolis and places like Essex this morning, seeing about 4 to 5 miles. Not just dealing with some patchy fog that should gradually lift by the mid-morning hours, but we also are dealing with some light rain that's sliding through the area. So you might notice some of those rain droplets on your windshield. It's sliding into northeastern Maryland, specifically north central Harford County and Cecil County, and then noticing some light showers being picked up by radar just to the south of Severn, so sliding into Annapolis and across the lower end of the eastern shore, also traveling into Delaware. We have the threat for some short-lived strong to severe thunderstorms today. The timing of it, 12 o'clock this afternoon through 6 o'clock this evening. The majority of these storms will likely be focused to the south of the Baltimore metro. That's where we could see the stronger storm development, and then it becomes a little bit more isolated the further northeast you head. But the good news is that these thunderstorms should actually clear the Baltimore area by 6 o'clock this evening, so it's not looking terrible for the O's game. It looks like conditions are going to dry out right around the time of first pitch as they take on the Rays at 6:35. A few lingering showers can't be ruled out as we head into the overnight, but that front starts to sag farther to the south. That is going to help us dry out, and also it's going to help clear out our skies as we get into the later parts of this week. So severe thunderstorm chances really start to drop off the farther northeast you head. It looks like the bullseye for some short-lived, more organized thunderstorms looks to be the case right around areas highlighted in yellow. This includes Annapolis and Easton, Washington, D.C. There could be not only wind damage associated with some of these storms, but also isolated flooding around urban and poor drainage locations. So be on the lookout for that today and stay weather aware. We should still be rising into the upper 70s to near 80 degrees this afternoon, but just make sure you're staying mindful of the forecast today between the hours of 12 o'clock through 6 o'clock this evening. It is going to feel warm out there and a little bit muggy thanks to dew points well into the 60s. So just grab the hat, not only dealing with the mugginess, but also some of those rain showers as well. We increased that. Stevie Daniels. The time now is 4:45 on this Wear Orange Wednesday. Let's take a look at your Super 7-day forecast because things could get a little bit turbulent as we head into the afternoon. Between the hours of 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock this evening, we have the chance to see a few strong to severe thunderstorms, especially farther to the south and west of the Baltimore metro, where there is a slight risk, a level 2 out of 5 issued by the Storm Prediction Center. So the biggest concerns will be hail and even isolated periods of flooding around urban and poor drainage locations. The hail threat is also a little bit elevated, but the tornado concern is very low, but not zero. So make sure you stay weather aware today. It looks like we dry things out as we head into your Thursday morning as that front sags to the south. This is going to help us increase that sunshine, making for a nicer start to the day tomorrow. I'm sure the kids are going to love how it's also going to feel as drier air works in. It's going to feel a little less muggy outside. We should be right around 80 degrees tomorrow afternoon, and then close to 80 on Friday. Your Friday forecast is looking very sunny and seasonal. A great finish to the work week, and this weekend is going to be a lot nicer than last. Just Stevie Daniels. The time now is 5:01 on this Wear Orange Wednesday. Let's take a look at radar because right now we're seeing some green and even some yellows and reds popping up on your map. So mostly around the northeastern portion of the state, we're noticing some light scattered showers drifting through Harford County and Cecil County. And even some of this light activity is also skirting through Annapolis this morning across the lower end of the eastern shore, invading Salisbury and southern Delaware. So it's because we're kind of sandwiched in between two different areas of low pressure, a stationary front focused to our south, and then we have a cold front located to our north. This front is going to slowly sag southward today. This is going to produce some strong to severe thunderstorms, especially to the south and west of the Baltimore metro as we get into the afternoon. This morning, waking up to some light rain, so the kids definitely need the rain gear as they head out to school, but we could start to see some of those stronger storms. To just Stevie Daniels. The time now is 5:10 on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at your full forecast. We are starting off with some limited visibility this morning right around downtown Baltimore, only seeing about 1 mile this morning, 4 miles in Essex along with Annapolis, and it's not looking terrible up and down the eastern shore like it was yesterday, but you might just still need to keep an eye out for some of that patchy fog. Right now, radar is picking up on some light scattered showers that are drifting over the bay and sliding into the eastern shore this morning. So you might need that rain jacket and have those windshield wipers going on your way into work. Right around noon today, I'm tracking the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms bubbling up around noon today and lasting potentially throughout 5 to 6 o'clock this evening. It does look like the stronger storm action will be mostly focused to the south and west of the Baltimore metro, closer to Washington, D.C. and Arundel County, likely going to be seeing some boomers later today. But the farther northeast you head, that's where the severe thunderstorm potential really starts to drop off. A few light showers could linger into the overnight, and then we really dry things out heading into your Thursday. I mentioned that the better opportunity for some strong storms likely develops farther southwest of the Baltimore metro, where a level 2 out of 5 slight risk was issued by the Storm Prediction Center. So from Annapolis to Easton, you guys are highlighted in this yellow color right here. So this means that the coverage of storms could be a little bit more scattered in nature, a little bit more isolated for our friends that are highlighted in this green color right here. We are going to be feeling warm out there, even a little bit more muggy compared to yesterday, with dew points pretty elevated, ranging in the mid to upper 60s. So here's a look at your haircast. It's not looking great. I would just grab the hat because we have the threat for some rain showers and also the threat for some strong, even to some severe thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon. This evening, right around dinner time, closer to the time of first pitch, as the O's take on the Tampa Rays at 6:35. It looks like all this storm activity clears the Baltimore area, which is fabulous news to get around to baseball in. But taking a look at your 7-day forecast, we dry things out later this week. We increase that as we approach the 7th inning stretch and closer to the final out. Temps should be falling into the mid 70s, keeping skies mostly dry. Here's a glance at radar right now, picking up on some spotty showers, some little downpours that are sliding through Cecil County this morning and even across northern Harford County. Light rain showers are starting to spread not only into Kent, but Queen Anne's, even down towards Cambridge, Seaford, and Milford, Delaware, getting hit with some of this light, steady rain that's continuing to push through, a little bit drier back off towards the west. But we're currently sandwiched in between two different areas of low pressure. This front right here that's located just to the north of Buffalo, this is going to start to sag down to the south. This is going to increase the rain and the storm threat today. I'll time out everything you'll need to know coming up in my full forecast. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Stevie.
Just Stevie Daniels. The time now is 5:47 on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at your full forecast. We are starting off with some patchy fog out there this morning, which is limiting visibilities down towards the inner harbor, seeing about 5 miles in Essex, 4 miles in Annapolis. So we have mild temps starting off in the 60s this morning, a little bit higher than yesterday, and we have some moisture drifting through. So this is the reason why we're waking up to some of that patchy fog, but it's not nearly as dense and widespread as it was yesterday. But as we take a look at radar this morning, it is picking up on some scattered showers that are drifting through the region right now across northeast Maryland, and it does look like some of that showery activity is sliding across the middle and lower end of the eastern shore. Kind of a little bit of break in the rain back off to the west of the Chesapeake Bay. You see this green box popping up across Garrett County. That's actually a flood warning, I believe. I'll have to double check that when I go back to the weather desk. But that is in effect for Garrett County. It looks like we're dealing with some heavy downpours across not only Deep Creek, but starting to edge into Cumberland and near Frostburg. Here's a look a little bit closer to home for us. So we are waking up to some of that moisture out there this morning. It does look like the coverage of rain is going to increase as we head into the afternoon. Right around 12 o'clock today, this is going to be the window for severe weather. It opens at 12 o'clock and it lasts throughout the 6 o'clock hour. Most of this activity will be setting up shop to the south and west of the Baltimore metro. There still could be some showers, of course, drifting through our northern suburbs, but it does look like a lot of this clears the Baltimore area by first pitch. So by 6:35, as the O's take on the Rays, we are looking at drier conditions. A few showers could linger into the overnight, but then we really look to clear things out just in time for your Thursday. So I mentioned before that there is the opportunity for some stronger to even severe thunderstorms that could be not only short-lived, but also a little bit more organized, containing some damaging winds and even the potential for some isolated flooding. And that's mostly going to be problematic right around poor drainage and even low-lying locations. Areas that are prone to flooding, definitely be on the lookout for that. Some of these storms, as they travel through, could actually drop about 1 to 2 inches of rain per hour. But it looks like the coverage of rain and storms really starts to drop off the farther northeast you go. It's going to feel warm and muggy out there. Sadie, not a big fan. I don't blame her at all. 82 degrees for a high temperature today. It is going to feel sticky with dew points in the mid to upper 60s. We start to decrease of rainfall. So that's a little bit above the monthly average value of 3.85 inches. Since the start of meteorological spring, we should have already seen about 10.5 inches. So we're a little bit below that, only picked up about 7.5 inches so far. This is a flood warning in place for Garrett County until 11:45. Looking at some downpours sliding into the western half of the state right now. This is also edging into Cumberland and Frostburg and even Deep Creek. About 1 inch of rain has already fallen in that warned area. Additionally, 1 to 2 inches of rain can't be ruled out over the next couple of hours as these showers make their way eastward. But as we take a look across the northeastern portion of the state, still dealing with a few pop-ups out there right now containing some localized heavy rain and then more light to steady rain across the middle and lower end of the eastern shore. We do have the threat for some strong to severe thunderstorms. The window 12 o'clock this afternoon through 6 o'clock this evening. I'll break down more details for you coming up in my full forecast. Chris, oh my goodness, Randall, you better not do that.
I'm not trying. She's trying to get me in
the
it.
Health concerns. Oh my goodness. Well, it's not really a great day for a swim today. We do have rain showers and also some thunderstorms that will really start to bubble up as we approach the lunchtime hour. But then after lunchtime, the threat still lingers up until about 6 o'clock this evening. But as we take a look at radar right now, still picking up on a few light showers, a couple of downpours sliding into Cecil County this morning. The majority of this rain is pushing eastward. So right now, the eastern shore for the most part starting to dry out. You will notice some patchy drizzle on your windshield, even some patchy fog out there. But the fog this morning is not nearly as widespread or as dense as it was yesterday. Here's a look right around 12 o'clock this afternoon. We do have the threat for some strong to severe storms right around this time frame, especially to the south and west of the Baltimore metro. This is going to be the bullseye for the stronger, more organized, potentially severe storms that we could encounter today. The window for severe weather closes around 5 to 6 o'clock this evening, so it looks like a lot of this activity clears the Baltimore area just in time for first pitch as the O's take on the Tampa Rays. Temps should still be hovering right around 79 degrees at the time of first pitch. We have a front that's going to be responsible for these showers and storms today. It drifts in from the north and you can see the wind direction coming in out of the north. This is a look at tomorrow afternoon. We finally get some more sunshine. We dry conditions out. It is going to be a very nice finish to the work week. Thankfully, I know we're all pretty tired of these overcast skies, these continuous rain showers, but we do desperately need the rain. Very eager to see how we've improved in the drought department. We'll have that updated map for you tomorrow morning. But as we take a look at the Storm Prediction Center has issued not only a marginal risk for our northern areas highlighted in green, but also a level 2 slight risk. This is mostly because some of the storms that drift through the area today could be capable of producing some strong gusty winds and even some isolated flooding concerns, especially around the poor drainage, urban areas that are typically prone to flooding. You need to watch out for this. We're standing in the 60s this morning. It is feeling warm. It's feeling muggy out there. Look at our dew points, almost matching the temperature, which shows you we have a lot of moisture to work with. I like to call it the air that you can wear. We're going to stay in this sticky territory throughout the day today, but then tomorrow, that's when we start to feel a little bit more comfortable. We should be hitting the upper 70s and the lower 80s. Dry things out by the time frame. So by 6:35, temps will likely hold strong into the upper 70s right around the time the game begins. But before that, between the hours of noon and 6 o'clock, we have the threat for some strong to severe storms looking pretty organized farther to the southwest of the Baltimore metro. That's going to be the bullseye, where some of these storms could be capable of producing not only large hail, but also damaging wind, even isolated flooding. The good news is that the tornado potential for today is looking to be extremely low. For the day tomorrow, once that cold front clears the area, we do have drier skies expected with more in the way of sunshine. It's going to be feeling warm as well with lower humidity, feeling a little bit more comfortable out there, and a very nice finish to the work week. Your Friday forecast is not looking bad at all. A high temperature of 79 degrees, dealing with mostly sunny skies, and we actually keep that sunshine around as we head into the weekend. Slightly cooler though, a little bit below.
Great weather, teams on a roll. Come on.
And you know what? It's going to look kind of similar to how it's been looking over the past couple of days, so that's good. We want to keep this stretch of weather going. Time for first pitch at 6:35. Right around that time, we should still be holding strong into the upper 70s with broken clouds. Still dealing with more of those clouds as well through this 7th inning stretch, and we should be falling into the mid 70s by the final out. Here's the glance at radar. So we are seeing some improvements right now. A lot of this showery activity is pushing eastward, looking a little bit drier on the back side of it, but we are waking up to plenty of fog and also some of that mist as well. Here's a look at Caves Valley and Owings Mills. You can't really see a whole lot. Normally, you could see some trees off in the distance, but the fog is kind of blocking that view. Essex, seeing less than a quarter of a mile. Take it very slow on the roads this morning, and about 1 mile being seen in Chestertown along with downtown Baltimore, 2 miles in Annapolis. We have temps starting off in the 60s and even into the low 70s, already off to a very warm start, and our dew points are kind of matching our air temperature. As we approach noon today, we could experience some of these storms bubbling up, especially to the southwest of the city. I've been mentioning that all morning long. This is really going to be the bullseye, the target for those stronger storms as we head into the afternoon. Much of this activity looks to occur during the afternoon. Throughout the early evening hours, I expect all this activity to wind down by 6 o'clock in the evening, especially right around the Baltimore area. As we head overnight, still dealing with some extra clouds, and there could be some residual showers on the backside of that front as it makes its way southward. Winds will flow in out of the north throughout the day tomorrow. We have clearing skies expected, more in the way of sunshine, and we will lower the humidity. Today is going to feel a little bit warm, a little bit sticky out there. But we do have a slight risk, a level 2 out of 5 in place for areas highlighted in yellow. So this includes Annapolis, Easton, and Washington, D.C. Some of these storms could be capable of producing damaging winds, even some isolated flooding around poor drainage areas and urban locations. So just be mindful of that. And some of the storms in this highlighted yellow location could be a little bit more organized compared to our northern suburbs. It looks like the severe weather potential looks a little bit less across northeast Maryland. But we do have the warmth and the humidity to actually help fuel some of those storms. We have highs that are going to be rising into the upper 70s and the lower 80s today. More in the way of sunshine later this week, and looking